think we're pretty ambitious people, so while we were certainly very happy with the last record, I think there was no doubt in our heads that we had another place to go and could do something bigger or just different. There's probably more pressure the first time in our heads because it's such a big thing doing a debut record. But I think everyone's kind of into the swing of just making music now. I think this record has a few aspects from Antidotes on it, in some of the immediacy of the pop moments. So I think it, in an ideal world, which we probably don't live in, it will be appreciated.
We wrote we were touring Total Life Forever for a long time, and there were some jams that came from touring that we took home, and then when we eventually finished, we had a bit of time off. And we just had a real hunger to get writing again. We holed ourselves away in this little studio in Oxford. That's a place that I used to play when I was 15 years old, so it was kind of really going back to this grounded place. And it was private and tiny and stinky, and it was a tiny little room. There's nothing to do there other than make music and sweat. It was a very natural process. It didn't feel like there was too many hurdles or anything. We had a lot of material when we went into the studio, so it was actually, if anything, it was more of an editing job and finding a way how to archive all the material to have it make sense in a record. I have a notebook with me that I carry around at all times, basically, and usually when I'm bored or falling asleep, usually it's just words come into my brain. Really, I don't really know where it's from. When I have to set it to music, I usually sort of develop a story that I can hang everything on. But I'm sort of constantly on the lookout for lyrics in a way, it's like catching butterflies or something. It's got some of the lyrics that I feel probably most proud of on this record. I think lyrics on the song Moon, they're simple, but they convey a lot. And this is probably the most sincere record in a way. There's not a lot of crutches or props in the lyrics. They're quite simple. I like records where I'm feeling like the song is giving me solace or counsel or is cradling me in some way. And I kind of wanted to write lyrics from that perspective for the outside world to offer. Making records with this band is its own sort of internal journey. We just basically do what excites us, and usually that's something that's quite different from what we've done before.
I think over the years we've gained a confidence in our own identity as well, particularly since the first record, so we feel like we don't need to think so much about what our sound is with reference to things around us, which means I think creatively we feel like now we can do whatever we want while still hopefully sounding like ourselves.
We're definitely going to come and do some festivals in the spring and the summer, and just tour a lot, hopefully, in the States. We love touring here because it's the landscape's beautiful for us, and it's still something that we haven't really explored. And the shows are a challenge, and the crowds are good. It's going to be good. Hey, we're Foals, and you've been watching Baeblemusic. Peace out.